Democrats have become like a royal family that, because of so much incest, has unfortunately had children who are retarded. And the same thing can happen to ideas if they are also conceived in an atmosphere of intellectual incest. Maybe take the clothespins off your noses and actually converse with the other half of the country. Stop screaming at people to get with the program and instead make a program worth.
I'm going to speak to the white woman phenomenon of Maga women being upset that people are setting boundaries with them around not wanting to be in relationship after the election. I'm going to make it make sense, okay?
Yes, Bima calls the Democrat Party retard and the audience applaud. Nature is healing. When I take a look at this man, I understand he tells the truth maybe 16 times a year. When I watch the whole clip, which I'm not even going to go into that, it makes a lot of sense. They are realizing, though Bima predicted that Trump will not win, along the way, he is changing his tone like never before. This lady thinks she has cracked the code in spewing nonsense. The person who posted this video, there's really nothing better than a condescending liberal woman who thinks she cracked the code on why Trump voting females are so dumb. Thank you.
I'm going to speak to the white woman phenomenon of Maga women being upset that people are setting boundaries with them around not wanting to be in relationship after the election. I'm going to make it make sense, okay? This is about requirements. If a woman doesn't learn to have requirements in her relationships, which most of us don't, okay? Most of us learn to accept mediocrity or even worse from men. So when they are faced with who should be president, they do not have the requirements in place to go, well, what is the filter system? Okay, well, that's not really a requirement. Sexual assault, bullying, racism, xenophobia, none of it is a requirement because they do not know how to create requirements with men. So they go ahead and they make excuses. They gaslight themselves and they gaslight everyone around them in order to maintain the belief that they can have whatever it is they're wanting to get from it, right? Because the question is always, what are you getting from it? How does it benefit you? So there's something that benefits them. We can go into that. That's a whole nother conversation. And that is worth sacrificing what we see as values and all these things, but it's requirements. And they just simply don't know how to create requirements or know that they're worthy of having them. And so on the flip side of that, on the other side of the election, then people are actually telling them, well, I have requirements, okay? So I have a requirement that people care about my human rights. And if you don't care, then I don't choose to be in relationship with you. And this is mind-blowing, and this feels like another layer of victimhood for people who have not yet become empowered enough to create their own requirements for relationships in their life.
Yes, on clips like this, I don't want to talk much. I just want people to respond to her on the comment section. This woman replied to this lady. The scary part of this is that she actually believes she is right and thinks she is on some moral high ground. This is more than TDS. I know people like this and cannot reach them. They get angry before I even get to the point and are uninterested in reading or learning more. That is it. She believes she knows a lot. At the end of the day, we concluded that she knows nothing. I used to believe that it is only TDS that triggered people to this level, but this is actually more than that. Anna Kasparian is actually on the right track. When I look through this video, which I'm about to show you, it makes a whole lot of sense. She knows, she understands what the Democrat Party is currently doing, and they are drowning.
Post-election thoughts. I've officially reached a point of anger, and I'm not an angry person, so I'm just trying to channel it. The first one being, this country does not deserve Kamala Harris. That woman should go live her best life, wherever she wants, doing whatever she wants, because we don't deserve her at this point. The only people that delivered this election were Black women, and we failed them. And it's just heartbreaking, and we've got to do whatever we can to support them and support our people through these next 4 years. Another one is these people have to live in their own skin, as in JD Vance and Donald Trump have to be JD Vance and Donald Trump. And that is not a punishment I would wish upon anybody except those two individuals. So I'm just really grateful that I am who I am and that I'm on the side of love and hope and joy and progress. This morning I woke up and decided I needed to take a shower, and so I finally did that, and I did my skincare for the first time in a couple days, and this is very embarrassing, but I brushed my teeth for the first time since Tuesday night.
The best advice I can give this lady is to maybe get therapy. Yeah, I believe by so doing that, she will calm down. When I see this rant she's putting out on TikTok on daily basis, it clearly shows that she has not recovered, accepted, and move on. What she's saying here is boring to me. Yeah, I thought she would make some sense to convince her followers on why the laws. She can't even say that. Oh, I'm the right side of history.
It was some 10 million Biden voters who decided not to vote this time, and that's directly tied to They don't like Trump, but
So
they're
did
thinking,
Donald
well,
Trump
do we
not pick
really
up more
want?
votes this time than he did in
Or-
2016?
So, pardon me.
Did Donald Trump pick up more votes this time than he did in 2016?
Yeah,
Or in
but not than
2020?
he picked up in 2020, the most relevant last election. He picked up
I
about the
think what I'm
same, but
saying is
10
that
million. Let me
both
finish.
sides
Let me
can say
finish.
things like this, like Miss. It's hard
Look, if
to
you don't let me
quantify
make my
that.
points, why do you have me on?
No, we
Let
love
me
it's a
finish.
conversation. It's spirited. I think there's a
All
little
right,
bit of a
we're
delay.
done. We're done.
I
You
think
won't
we'd
let
love.
me talk. What's the point?
You can
Are
go-
you the expert or am I the expert? You can
Apparently,
question
you
me,
so
but you
claim
gotta
to
let
be
me
an
talk.
expert. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. The critical thing in this election were at least 10 million Biden voters who did not vote. If even half of them had voted, this election would have been different.
We hope to have you back in 4 years. There is a little bit
Oh
of a
my
delay,
gosh.
Professor Lichtman, so I apologize if we were stepping on each other's toe. Our intent was, of course, to listen to what you had to say. And like you said, you were wrong. But maybe in 4 years, we'll get back on track. Again, Alan Lichtman with us here on the DMV Zone. We appreciate you.
This quack historian got triggered. He could not proceed. This man predicted that, Kamala is going to win. I've watched him on CNN, MNBC. In fact, a lot of people because they used to believe in what he says. According to him, he said he has predicted elections in the past, only one. And people believe what he said, that Kamala is going to win Trump. Bringing out some kind of data, CNN was interviewing him nearly on a daily basis. Now, it came out the opposite. He's unable to explain that. Biden voters did not turn out. It was because of misinfo. It's because of Elon Musk. Look at the kind of blame game. If you have failed on your predictions, accept it, apologize, and move on. A lot of people will not even believe him again. Look at the kind of reasons he's outlining here. Okay, it's because of misinfo that Biden voters did not turn out, right? You should see that before even doing prediction. If you believe in what you're saying, you could realize and tell Kamala, please, Biden voters will not turn out because of that.
But it's a delight to hear about why it happened from so many people who were so wrong about what was going to happen. And everyone has their own pet theory. But there's one theory that a lot of people seem to be coalescing around.
They were too woke, insisting that people use the term Latinx.
You have to say they. No, you have to do this.
Stop with the virtue signaling.
Step away from woke. Focus less on who is woke and more on who is broke.
Attorney for something. Maybe it was to get out of a parking ticket or something. But I bring my daughters to the White House to meet this black woman president.
I'd never seen that.
I saw so many liberals getting super excited every time Kamala had a new celebrity endorsement. But we all know for a fact that these celebrity endorsements are not free.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million for the endorsement for Kamala?
Not true.
Now it's time to unite everybody.
I want you to know what would change after doing this.
Comes out against Trump.
I don't care if they write that.
So, with that, I'm going to shake it off.
Figure out a way to say thank you.
That guy's name, he's such an absolute prick. I can't stand him. But anyway,
Hey there. How are you doing? If you watch this show regularly, I'm guessing you're not doing great. Yeah, me neither.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants.
What will the rest of us be doing on day one? Right? Now's the time to stand in solidarity with our friends, with our neighbors.
Well,
Bishop Vigano, he says that the